Hi, in this video I want to talk about a really effective and very simple strategy that you can use anytime that you're feeling really anxious, feeling like you're about to have a panic attack, or feeling overwhelmed by anything really. Now I really don't want you to discard this because it feels too simple, because it really is that simple. The reason why is because there is actually evidence. It's an evidence-based strategy. So there have been studies that have proven that it is effective in reducing anxiety and reducing overwhelm when it's used. Now, most people will turn away from breathing techniques. Yes, this is a breathwork technique because they believe that it doesn't work. Maybe they've tried it and it didn't have the results that they'd hoped for, or maybe they just simply didn't try it because they believed it was too simple. Now, the reason why breathing techniques don't work is because 9 out of 10 times they have not been implemented properly. You see, the breathing techniques that we teach in terms of helping you manage your anxiety are designed to activate the parasympathetic nervous system. That's how they work. That's what they do. So I want you to think back to the videos you watched in the Empower series when we spoke about the fight or flight response, right? That's the sympathetic nervous system in the brain that's activated to increase your heart rate, increase your breathing, and it gets you into that really sort of fight or flighty response state. Now, the parasympathetic nervous system is the part of the brain that is implemented in undoing all of the fight or flight response. So it's the part of the brain that reduces your heart rate, reduces your blood pressure, slows down the entire system, and puts the body back into a resting mode. Now you have at your fingertips the potential to switch that parasympathetic nervous system on at will simply by using a breathwork technique. That is how powerful these simple strategies are. When you know how to implement them properly, you can actually switch on the body's ability to go into a resting state whenever you need to. But yes, it needs to be implemented properly. So today, I'm going to walk you through one of the strategies that I teach. It's called the 7-11 breathing technique. Now, you might have been taught a different technique before, and all breathing techniques are effective. It just means you have to implement them properly. The 7-11 breathing technique is really easy because if you know the store name, then the name of this is easy to remember. And exactly as it suggests, you are going to breathe in for 7 and out for 11. But what's really important here is that when you're breathing in to the count of 7, you're breathing in through your nose. And when you're exhaling, when you're breathing out to the count of 11, you're exhaling through your mouth. And there's a small pause in between. So when you're doing that, it activates the parasympathetic nervous system and the body goes back into a resting state. So I'm going to walk you through the strategy so you know exactly how to put it into place when you need it most. So the first thing we're going to do is breathe in to the count of 7, pause for a minute, and then exhale to the count of 11. So here we go. There we go. We're going to do it again. And you'll find that each time you do it, the inhale and the exhale is able to get longer. So I want you to try to slow it down. Often when we first start, sometimes it's really difficult to even make it to the count of 7. Just do your best to get as far as you can and then try to exhale as slowly as possible. The exhale is always going to be longer than the inhale. So it's a controlled exhale. You kind of imagine the way in which you're blowing out the air is the same as you would use when you're trying to cool your food down. So it's a very small amount of air that you're letting out through your mouth. As you do it, you try to slow the process down so that your counts become slower, your pause becomes a little bit longer, and your exhale counts become slower as well. So we've already done it twice. Let's do it one more and slow it down again. So you can see that was a whole lot slower than the time before. And even me, I'm feeling a whole lot more relaxed than I was at the beginning of this video. So please try to implement that as well as you can, remembering all the strategies: in through the nose, out through the mouth, slow and controlled to the count of 7 and 11. And if it's really difficult to get the count right in the beginning, just keep going until you've got it at 7 and 11. And then try and do it 2 more times, slowing the process down. I guarantee you it will work. And when it does, please let me know, because I love it when my clients come back and tell me that they can't believe a strategy works as well as this.